5-horse field, and Bob Baffert's got 3 of them. Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Vinny from Picks by Dynasty here to go over some more 3-year-old action. This time we're going out west to California for the Grade 2 San Vicente, and while it is not a traditional Kentucky Derby prep, it's been used in the past as a Derby prep. Uh, Last year, Concert Tour won this before winning the Rebel, and in 2016, Nyquist won this race before he eventually went on to win the Kentucky Derby. It's only a 5-horse field, and 3 of them are trained by Bob Baffert, so this probably won't be the longest video, but here we go anyway. The number 1 is Forbidden Kingdom for Richard Mandella, and this one's got early speed. He's shown early speed in his last few starts. We last saw him finish second in the Bob Hope to a Baffert runner, Messier, who I'm going to predict will be in the Robert B. Lewis next weekend. But he does have early speed, breaking from the rail, especially at Santa Anita. Not the worst thing. There is a ton of speed in here, though. So I'm not so sure that he is going to get a comfortable early lead, which likely means that he won't get the job done. Won't be surprised if he's a good price though, so I can understand taking a shot with him if you like him. He is owned by my racehorse and Spendthrift, though, so you're probably not going to get the price that you're hoping to get on him, because I'm sure he has thousands of shareholders that will be betting on him just to bet on him. Ultimately, he's going to be a toss for me, but he does have early speed, and if he gets lucky and nobody runs with him, like he could take this group gate the wire. The distance is definitely not out of the question. The number 2 is the first Bob Baffert horse of the trio, and it is Pinehurst, who gets Mike Smith riding today. And we last saw Pinehurst running in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, where he finished 5th behind stablemate Corniche. He wasn't fast enough that day to make the early lead. And again today, I actually don't think he is the fastest of the horses entered here, so I do think he is going to struggle. He's also the high weight today because he did win a graded stakes as a 2-year-old. So he is the high weight at carrying 124. Everybody else is carrying 120. He's another, in my opinion, that is very much a need the lead type. So I am expecting him to try to go early with Forbidden Kingdom. I'm not sold on him. He is actually the weaker, in my opinion, he is the weakest of the 3 Bob Baffert horses running. He does get Mike Smith though, and Mike Smith really only rides for Baffert at this point for stakes wins. But you can't use them all. I don't recommend using them all because you won't have value on your tickets. So this is the one. This is the Baffert that I am tossing here. I'm not a huge fan of Pinehurst. I wasn't last year, and he's been working okay. But again, I think he's going to need the lead, and I don't think that's what he wants. That's going to get it done in this race. So I am going to pass on Pinehurst as well. The number 3 in here is McLaurin Vale for Bob Baffert as well. And he was a very impressive maiden winner last time out. He won very easily. He was a very short price that day too. I'm expecting this one to take a lot of money. Uh, he, in my opinion, is the best horse in this field and should get the right setup. He's been working great. He was working great even before he debuted. I think he's just going to sit a length or two behind the leaders, and he's just going to pass him turning for home. He's my pick. He is lightly raced though, obviously with only that one career start, so he could regress. But the way the between the pedigree and just the way this one's been working, I think this one is the real deal coming out of this race. So that this is where my money will be is on number 3, McLaurin Vale. The number 4 is the last of the 3 Baffert runners. It is Doppelganger. Doppelganger gets Flavian Pratt riding today, who basically doesn't lose out west. He was very impressive as well, just like McLaurin Vale in his debut. I just haven't liked him as much as McLaurin Vale, but I can understand taking the horse that Pratt picked over the horse that Cedillo picked. So that makes sense to me. But again, you can't play all the Baffert horses. But this is the one that, unlike Pinehurst, I would not be surprised if Doppelganger won here. If you're gonna play like a cold exacta with the Bafferts, I would just use the 3 and the 4 here. I would not use Pinehurst at all. We'll see if that comes back to bite me. But Doppelganger for me is just a horse I'm going to key underneath McLaurin Vale, but would not be surprised if he won. The number 5 and the last horse in here is What in Blazes for trainer John Sadler, and he has a very impressive maiden breaking score last time out after he failed in his first race. This is if a non-Baffer horse is going to win this race, I think it's this horse, What in Blazes. The one issue, though, is that Mike Smith did ride last time, and Mike Smith is hopping off to ride Pinehurst for Baffert. So either prior commitment or he chose Pinehurst over What in Blazes. He's on the outside. He's gonna have to rate. I don't think they're gonna. I don't know if he would be quick enough to try to take a commanding early lead from Forbidden Kingdom and Pinehurst. So he's gonna have to rate. He's gonna have to rate on the outside of the other two Baffert horses and Doppelganger and McLaurin Vale. I'm not I'm not sold on him, but if I'm gonna play an exacta that includes a non-Baffert horse, this is the one I would use. Is What in Blazes. At the end of the day, though, I am just going to I'm just going to play a cold exacta with McLaurin Vale over Doppelganger and What in Blazes, and hope I pick the right Baffert here. Won't be surprised if I don't. That's what tends to happen when these kind of trainers have multiple horses in a race. But I won't be surprised if all 3 of these horses we do see in an actual Kentucky Derby prep race next time out, whether it be the San Felipe, which is here at San Anita in a little over a month, or if he does end up sending one of these to Oaklawn for the Rebel like he did last year with Concert Tour. And I guess that would depend on how Newgrange does this weekend in the Southwest if he does do that. And he could have two he sends to the Rebel. That would not be a surprise either. So while it's not a Kentucky Derby prep, do keep your eyes on this one this weekend, as horses have been known to come out of this race and run well in actual Kentucky Derby point races. And with that, thank you so much for tuning in. Good luck this weekend, and I will be back next weekend for the Withers, the Holy Bull, and the Robert B. Lewis. Again, good luck, and see you next time.